Okay, so question 1, A and B. A starts right after this, but B, 1B starts after about 3 minutes 11 in. 19x minus 3 over 1 plus 2x over 3 minus 4x in the form A plus B. Okay, so let's do our 0, 0 method. So we get 19x minus 3 equals A over 3 minus 4x plus B over 1 plus 2x. So when x is equal to negative a half, so that gives me 25 over 2, negative 25 over 2 equals 5a, so a equals negative 5 over 2, and then x is equal to 3/4. That gives me 45 over 4 equals b times 5 over 2, which means that b is equal to 9 over 2. So I get negative 5 over 2, 1 plus 2x plus 9 over 2, 3 minus 4x. Okay. The marks there were awarded. You got 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, so that's an A1, and a mark for that. You could have used simultaneous equations, in which case you would have got 1 mark for the pair of simultaneous equations instead of that first method mark. Alright, part B I'll do over the page. Part BI, find the binomial expansion of 19x minus 3 over that up to and including the term in the x squared. Alright, so this one's already a 1, so that's fine. This is not a 1, so I'm going to make that a 1 first. So I'm going to divide through by 3. So this will be 9 over 6, 1 minus 4/3 x. Quite a few of us made that, took this up to the top line first, which resulted in the 3 affecting the 9, making it 27 over 2, instead of being 9 over 6 or 3 over 2. Negative 5 over 2, 1 plus 2x. If I just do each of these separately, so I'm going to start with this one here. This is 1 plus 2x to the power of negative 1, which from my formula sheet is 1 plus negative 1 to the power times 2x plus negative 1 times negative 2 times 2x squared over 2 factorial, which gives me 1 minus 2x plus 4x squared. Put that squared in the wrong place, it should be outside the bracket there. Okay, and now I'm going to do this one here. So 1 minus 4/3 x to the power of negative 1. So that will be 1 plus negative 1 times negative 4/3 x plus negative 1 times negative 2 4/3 negative 4/3 x squared over 2 factorial, which is going to give me 1 plus 4/3 of x plus 2 divided by 2, so they cancel out, so that is plus 16/9 of x squared. Right, then substituting all of that back in, I get negative 5 over 2 times 1 minus 2x plus 4x squared plus 9 over 6 1 plus 4/3 x plus 16/9 x squared. That simplifies down to 3 over 2. So we get, let's put that plus in there just so I remember it. So we get negative 5 over 2 plus 5x minus 10x squared plus 3 over 2 plus 2x plus 8 over 3 x squared. So simplifying that there, we get 2.5 minus 1.5 is 1, so negative 1 plus 7x minus 10 plus 8/3, so that's negative 30 plus 8, negative 22. It's 22 over 3 x squared. I'll just check that. Okay, so that's correct. The marks there are awarded. You get an M1 and an A1 for that. You get M1, A1 for that. You get B1 basically for getting that 6, for knowing that it's a common factor of 3 that you take out and it goes on the bottom. And then you get M1 and A1 there. Unfortunately, all of those A1s have got to be actually right. They're not allowed. There's no follow-on for those. So if you make a mistake with this first A1, then you cannot get that last A1 either. Seems a little bit pointless, but anyway, that's the way it was marked. So accuracy is the name of the game. B2, state the range of values for which this expansion is valid. So it's valid when either the modulus of 2x is less than 1 or the modulus of 4/3 x is less than 1. This is the narrow range, so we're going to disregard that one. So x must be less than 1/2. Modulus of x is less than 1/2. The 4/3 x would give us the modulus of x. It's less than 3/4, but that's wider, so we have to stick with a narrower range. And that's obviously the mark there.